Okay, continuing back with the tarot, I'll try and get a few cards today, which have been randomly picked out of the deck. I don't do divination. I'm not interested in fortune telling. This is purely a psychoanalytical understanding of the tarot in terms of your own life and how the pictorial images on the cards can help you understand your own life purpose better. Now, today's randomly picked card, I was delighted to pull out because it's a biggie. This is a big card, and it is the Judgment card. Okay, what makes the Judgment card so amazing, so powerful, and so important, and why I place enormous value on it? Because the Judgment card is the fool no longer being a fool. Now let's look at the imagery on the card. What on the surface looks like a biblical motif of an archangel blowing the trumpet for salvation and some people rising from the grave is really just a very superficial understanding. The card is number 20, which is the number 2 reflected on a higher plane. So it's a very, very powerful card in terms of the allegory of the imagery presented. Now, what we see in most of the representations of the card is at the central area a man, a woman, and a child who are naked being risen from the grave, the archangel blowing the trumpet with a flag on it, and the flag is very significant, I'll explain in the middle, and an ocean in the background, or a sea. The man and the woman and the child are the fool who has reached individuation, well, is approaching individuation. This is a very powerful alchemical motif. The unification of polar opposites, male and female, the alchemical wedding expressed in the birth of a hermaphroditic child, meaning that yin and yang are united, alpha and omega have reached their conclusion, and oneness has been attained. Absolute, perfect, spiritual, psychological oneness has been attained. The angel is blowing a trumpet, and on the trumpet is a flag that looks like the St. Patrick's cross or something like that. It's not. It's a red cross on a white background. And what that represents is the pivot point of the axle on the wheel of fortune at the very center in which the cosmos rotates. Or the fool moves up towards the wheel and then down again on his journey or to individuation and completion. Now, salvation is from within. And this is the negative side of the card, which gives us the message. In Roman numerals, 20 is expressed by XX, double cross. You must make sure that you're not being double crossed into salvation. And this would represent the angel here being a psychopath, a cult leader, a politician, a snake oil salesman or woman, a fair-weathered friend, or someone who's too good to be true offering you salvation. Because in reality, judgment occurs not when the angel arrives, but when individuation of the individual, the completion of the fool's journey is approaching, and then the angel is summoned from above. The angel does not call, the angel is summoned. It is summoned by the unification of polar opposites within the human psyche, within the personality, and within the soul. You're being told by this card, the fool is being told that only you can attain salvation. And if you go for a cult leader, a religion, a spiritual tradition, a product, you are being double crossed because the angel is a fraud. Because you did not do your internal homework and emerge from without. Now remember, the calling is a summoning. You have to do your homework internally, your internal with growth from within, and then judgment occurs. It is a process, an alchemical process, and this means uniting your upper and lower poles of cognitive functioning. Maturity, growth, not being a hysterical fucking idiot, having wisdom, thinking, not reacting, but being intuitive and being wise. Then you unite the polar opposites, and then you are ready for the calling. And the calling is a two-way bargain. You must invoke it first. The angel is above, a sea in the distance. The sea represents the water above the firmament, the transitional state between this world and the next. Judgment, one of the most amazing cards in the tarot. The fool is a fool no more. Thank you.